So greetings from Pennsylvania once again, and welcome back to another video. We were still here on our northwestern Pennsylvania trip to the Allegheny National Forest. We're gonna do some camping and some backpacking with some friends. But on the way, we've been stopping at some different places, some covered bridges, some haunted cemeteries, and we'll be maybe visiting some old growth forest later today. But back here we have bridge number, I believe this is number 203 for us. This is the Waterford covered bridge. This one evaded us last year. I came up here last summer to try and get to all the covered bridges up here in northwestern Pennsylvania, but I got just down the road down there, and the road was closed, and this bridge was torn down. And I thought they were just replacing it with like a modern bridge, but no, it wasn't until later that winter a viewer mentioned to me that they are replacing it, and they did. They have finished the Waterford covered bridge. So there it is. Originally built in 1875. That's a nice picture right there. Goes over at LaBouffe Creek, I think that's how you say it, and it's 85 feet long. I'm gonna get around this guard here. I can top over it, get a view. We're gonna get a really nice view right here of this covered bridge. Yeah, so it's completely brand new, rebuilt. I think all the lumber in is new from what I can tell right there, but yeah, completely rehabilitated. Beautiful bridge. Let's go down here. All these beautiful black-eyed Susans. Yeah, I'm filming with a different camera here today too, with some of my videos, not all of them. So things might look a little different, but I gotta get a picture of that. Yeah, but that is a beautiful photo. Yeah, I'm still learning this camera. This is the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro. You can switch from camera to taking photos too. I'm not going to be using it for all my videos, just kind of playing around with it a little bit today. Since it's new, there's obviously going to be, I see them already, there already are steel supports down there. Get down here without going in, although it is warming up today. Yeah, definitely brand new steel beams under there. Yeah, all new abutments here. Probably not real stone, that fake stuff, but everything's brand new. My guess is it needed it really bad, because some of the other bridges up this way were in pretty bad shape too. I remember, I think there was another one in Erie County we visited. I remember that one being in pretty rough shape. So, but I think it was on the other side of the county. Let's take a walk through, hop over this guardrail again. They do have a nice little spot here I'll show you to pull over. Yeah, this spot right here, this is like what, Nehmeyer Road it's called, but yeah, you can pull over right here, get some nice views of the bridge. I've already driven across. I came from that way, from, was it Union Road down to 97. Looks like they're gonna come across. Yeah, so all new everything. We got the height bar there, 10 feet. Yeah, Waterford covered bridge, built 1875 by the Phelps brothers, rehabilitated 2024. So there's no Burr arch. Yeah, this is all, well, some of it might be original wood yet. Yeah, some of it is. I think they reused some. Some of the darker wood up there. So they probably salvaged what they could. I mean, the ceiling is all new. Look at that beautiful new lumber. But over here, I think some of the lattice work, like the ones going this way are the original, but the ones going that way are new. You can see some of the original carvings. Yeah, so when they redo these bridges, they do try to use as much of the original as possible. Yeah, a bunch of this lattice work is original. Okay, and then some of the beams up there. So they did reuse parts of it. Even this flooring looks a little old, but yeah, so this is the town truss, it's called. It's like the basket weave, some of you call it, although it's not an actual weave, but it kind of looks like that. I kind of like the look. I think, what county was it? Was it Bucks County had all their covered bridges used this design. None of them had the Burr arch or the king posts or the queen posts. But yeah, cool. I'm glad they rebuilt it. Oh, there's cameras. Notice this area is under 24-hour video surveillance, just to protect it from vandalism. Yeah, and just more of these beautiful wildflowers. Black-eyed Susan's growing there. There's the creek. Yeah, the creek does make a sharp bend. Yeah, it comes at a pretty sharp bend and goes underneath. Yeah, over that way is the city of Waterford. We were here last summer. We were finishing up some videos on the French and Indian War. One of the French forts was out that way. Yeah. It's always good to see them reusing. It's like some of the original, like there's an original beam. There's one. You can even see some the original red on that one there. But then you can see quite a new stuff. You can see the new wooden pegs in there. And it has that smell of new wood too. Like when you walk into the Lowe's or Home Depot and smell the lumber. But a lot of this over here is the original lattice beams from the original bridge. All the siding is new. Yeah. No spray paint, just some carvings here and there. Yeah, quiet too. Only one, just that one van so far came through. I love the look of that. Look at that, just, that's cool. Yeah, so as I mentioned in the previous covered bridge video, I think I talked about it a little bit, we are winding things down. This is bridge number 203. And now we're done with all the ones on this side of the state. I have two more in Snyder County to do. That'll be 204 and 205. And then there's one in Chester County that they're working on finishing. I think it got destroyed back in 2021 for the one storm. The Rudolph something covered bridge, but that one's gonna be done soon. That would be number 206. Yeah. And then there's three that I can't really get to. I filmed what I could of them, but I'll do them in one video. So the end is coming, folks. The end is coming. But where do we go from there? Well, we'll talk about that in that last video. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful bridge. But there's looking back once again. I really like this one. It just has a feel. Because you like that lattice work on either side. Even the ceiling feels like a bit of a lattice or a basket weave. Just kind of gives it a look. Been a while since we've seen one of these too. All right, but we're gonna, you know what's coming next, folks. We're gonna hop back in the Jeep and drive across this one together. Yeah. Beautiful architecture or design, whatever you want to call it. All right, let's get in the Jeep. Let's go across. I gotta come this way anyway. We're gonna be heading into Allegheny National Forest next. Hopefully finding a campsite. All right, here we go, folks. The Waterford covered bridge. Sorry, my windshield's a bit crusty. Been driving for quite a few hours today, and that's the way it is. The brand new rehabilitated Waterford covered bridge. All right, but that'll be it for this one, folks. Hopefully I will see you in the Allegheny National Forest. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.